Good evening. I come to you in the name of Christ. So this afternoon, this we're gonna be talking about God mercies, representation, and His favor. The verse that God put in my mind this evening is Lamentation 3. So I'm gonna read from verse 21 and continue. This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because His compassions fail not. They are anew every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, said my soul, therefore will I hope in Him. The Lord is good unto them that wait for Him, to the soul that seek Him. It is good for a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. He sit alone and keep silence, because he had borne it upon him. His mercy, God's mercy, His mercy renew every day, every morning. So it doesn't matter what you see happening around you. You might think the world is out of control, the world is chaotic. Everywhere you look, it seems there's no hope. You look upon government, there's no hope. It's chaotic. You look on your workplace, chaotic. People just don't like each other. People talking about each other. People are jealous against each other. And you come home sometime, things are not the way that you want it to be. Sometimes if you're married and you come home, she's acting a little crazy, or he's acting funny. So you go to church, and as you already know, we have people in church, and also people acting a little funny, and you just say, well, I'm not coming to church anymore, because people over here, they talk about people, they're not friendly enough, and you just keep spinning around, so you will never find the place where you're supposed to be. So I'm gonna tell you one thing. You are living your life. Listen to me. This is your life. This is God's life that He placed in you to live. So you are not living for nobody. You are living for God. So whatever you do, do it to please God. You are not living for a girlfriend. You are not living for a boyfriend. You are not living for a wife. You are not living for a husband, for a job, for a career. You are living for God. So just saying this, I'm gonna tell you a story which is very sad. Last week, it was kind of unfortunate to meet that young man in that stage. His girlfriend left him, and then he just threw himself on the vehicle. So he got critically injured, get transported to the hospital, and he was in the ICU for a few days, and he did not make it. So who tell you that if she leave you, if he leaves you, that you have to end your life? Who is she? Who is he? I mean, I understand that that you love someone, but that doesn't mean if that love failed that you kill yourself or you end your life, because this is not your life. You are living God's life. You need to show respect for that life. This is not your life, and then God will hold you accountable for that life. He will ask you questions. How dare you destroy your own life? That when it's your life. So I'm not gonna right now saying that you are going to hell, but The Bible says so that you know you should not take your life. And if you take your life, you did not have Jesus in your life, absolutely you're going to hell. But I do believe that in hell there are many dimensions. So people like Hitler and Stalin, these guys that killed so many people. So I do believe that they're gonna face a more intense hell than like a teenager that's got his heart broken and just kill himself. But it's still not right to take your own life. It was a very sad story, and the guy was very young. And what happened now? That young lady just kinda get another dude, you know what I mean? Do what she's been doing, sleep around, until she finds somebody that wanna put a ring in that finger. If not, she's just gonna keep sleeping around for probably keep on breaking guys' heart. And some guys do the same thing, but that doesn't mean if your wife leave you, if your girlfriend leave you, if he leave you, you kill yourself, because this is not your life. You are living for Christ. You are not living for yourself. And you have to live smart, because there are people out there in this life. Their purpose is to hurt you, is to make you uncomfortable as much as they can. You know, you work hard, they got something to say about you. He think he or that. He think he's this, he think he's that. You lazy, and now they're making fun of you. Oh, he's lazy. He's always late. He's always sleeping. He's always hiding. And you working a lot. You work a lot. Oh, this man never home. He's always at work. He's always here, always there. Now you never come to work. You call out a lot. They got something to say about that. So listen to me. Live for yourself. You are not living for nobody. Even your wife, your husband, you are not living for them. Please your wife. Please your husband. Love your wife as Christ loved the church. Wife, respect your husband. That's what the Bible says. Ladies, and listen to me. When you have a man, your man supposed to love you. He's giving you love. So as ladies, you have to know how to receive the love, accept the love, embrace the love, make the man feel welcome. You know, if he say, baby, you beautiful, I like your hair, you know, thank you for the food, I like the food, you gotta say thank you. And also you gotta tell them, and also thank you for paying the mortgage, thank you for going to work, thank you for cutting the grass, thank you, you know. Tell them, you know, I like it last night, you know, when we were making love, you know, ain't no shame to that. So listen to me. I'm not your typical preacher, you know. I'm preaching logic and also the Bible. That's gonna include sex and everything, because sex is not evil. But you know, if we use sex the wrong way outside of marriage, that's when it's become a sin. But God created sex. Sex is a good thing, you know. Enjoy sex if you married. Enjoy it. It's a good thing. Enjoy it, because this is from God for you to enjoy, to have fun, and that's why you get married. Have fun with your wife. Have fun with your husband. Create a family. The children. God give you children to be steward over. So when you're going on vacation, the children need to be part of that vacation. There's no such thing, oh, I want my me time, I'm gonna go on vacation, and then the children stay at home with somebody else. I don't understand that. Who's watching your children? If you're in California, your kids supposed to be in California with you. Your kids should not be with somebody else. No, there's no such thing as me time when you get married. And because they're part of you now until they're gone, or until you die. And there's one thing I've been listening. I heard a lot lately since the pandemic. People been, you know, that people been staying home a lot. I hear a lot of married couple that always talking about. I'm tired of seeing him all the time in the house. I'm tired of seeing her all the time in the house. So what do you mean? If you're tired to see your wife all the time around the house or him around the house, why do you get married then? And you need to be single then. If you don't want to see her presence, if you don't want to see his presence, you need to be single. Because according to the Bible, when you're married, the two become one. You're a team. So if she's not working, if he's not working, enjoy each other's presence. Enjoy. Talk, converse it. Spend time together. Sit on the couch, watch TV, make love, kiss. Go for a walk together. Because you won now. 1 + 1 = 1. It's not equals 2 when you get married. So do your thing together. Converse it. And also, whatever happened in the house, stay in the house. Your girlfriend don't need to know about what happened between you and him. You guys, your boys don't need to know what happened, what she done. Something wasn't right. Sit down and talk it out. And I'm gonna say one thing. Before I was thinking to get on YouTube to start speaking about the Bible and God, and the devil was kind of playing trick with my mind. He was telling me, well, if you're talking about marriage, you're talking about the gospel, but you've been divorced. How dare you talking about marriage? Give marriage advice when you've been divorced? And he was trying to make me think I'm not qualified. And then while I was laying down in my bed, and then God came to me. He told me, who qualify you? Me or yourself or men? He told me, I am the one that qualify you. You are qualified to talk about it. You are qualified to tell the world about me, about marriage, how to preserve the marriage, because the devil come to destroy, kill and steal, divide. He bring hates, division, and that's including your marriage. He wants to destroy your marriage. He wants to make her think that you mean. He wants to make him have a very bad understanding about you, thinking that you've been having an attitude. You might be just tired, you're not in the mood. But the devil put a different thought in that man's mind, make him think, she's having an attitude. He get offended. When you get offended, that's the devil. The devil gets you offended against each other because he wants to steal your marriage. When something happens, you go out there and talk to your girlfriend, to talk to your boss about it. Do you think that action is just you just get up and go and talk about it? That's the devil that pushing you and make you go talk about it. And then that girlfriend, those boys get involved in your business. That's not gonna solve things. That's probably gonna create more chaos. That's gonna make things worse. So, in a marriage, if there's a problem, if there's a misunderstanding, we need to sit down between the two of us and talk about it and date each other like it was the first time. I don't understand the longest we've been living together and then we just going apart. So the longest we live in each other, to my understanding, we should be getting closer. Because if when I did not know you, if when I was courting you, like I saw you the first day, I was telling you, oh my God, you my angel, you look like the stars, you look like you my moonlight, you my sunshine. And then after you've been living with me for 10 years, 6 years, children, everything like that, we sleeping together in the same bed, having sex, and then now I can't stand you. He's a pig, she's a this, she's a that. I don't understand that. This is the devil. This is the devil. He wants to destroy your marriage. Remember, he comes to destroy, kill, and steal. Separate, division. But God brings unity. God brings peace. God brings togetherness. So, date like it was the first time. You know that shorty should still be your sunshine, your moon, your heaven. She need to be that all the time, and that dude need to be your king all the time. You know, my prince. You know, don't let the devil play with your mind, because he played the devil. That's his job. He's playing tricks. He deceive you to make you think otherwise about your man, about your woman. Remember, God's mercies, His mercies, His grace, they are renewed every morning. So if God can forgive all your sin, so how dare you not forgive that man? You not forgive that young lady for just something stupid, you know? Or she spent more than she was supposed to spend. You so offended, you upset. You wanna kill her. You calling her a kind of name. You calling him a kind of name because he spent $1 more than he was supposed to spend for the month. So I'm sorry, baby, it's happened, or not, it's not gonna happen again. And then keep your marriage together. And the devil was telling me I'm not qualified to talk about this kind of things. And God told me, yeah, you need to talk about those things. You need to open your mouth and tell the world that I'm the God of grace. I'm the God of peace. I'm the God of love. The God that saves. The God that gives lives, eternal lives. For those of you that's not married, I talked about this before. Marriage is between a man and a woman, not two men, not two women. These are abomination against the Lord. For those of you that are not married, get yourself right. You know, keep your body clean. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Live for the Lord. Please the Lord with your body. So the Lord was telling me, you see all these people getting sick, die early. It's because it's because of sin. They do things with the body that they should not have done. And they listen to the voice of the devil. They listen to pleasure. They listen to that 5 minutes on a bed with a lady, with a man. This is 5 minutes, folks. 5 minutes. Okay? Now, we're talking about eternity with Christ. So, do you, in your good sense, do you want to lose your eternity with Christ for 5 minutes pleasure? It does not make sense to me. It might make sense to you because, excuse me, you're a fool. The devil make you a fool. 5 minute pleasure does not worth eternity with Christ. Because during my little trip in heaven, what I saw, man, it's indescribable. I can't explain it. There's no money here, down here, in the whole world that can buy what I saw. Put all the Jeff Bezos billion, the Bill Gates billion, the Warren Buffett billions together, cannot buy what I saw up there in heaven. God's glory, the worship, it's wonderful. His mercy, they are new every morning. And in this world today, we have so much craziness. And I want to shift a little bit toward politics, towards social issues. Representation matters. Do you want to get better treatment? You need to get involved. You need to represent. Get involved. You want better laws, you want better governing, you need to run for office. Participate in the government. Black folks, white folks, whoever you are, yellow folks, blue folks, Hispanic, Asian folks, representation matter. In the hospitals, you want diversities matter. When somebody in the hospital, you working there, your two eyes, it's mean a lot that can change a lot of things that was probably going to happen because of your presence there. They cannot happen because that kind of put a break on people, make him behave right. In the court systems, you want better laws. Become lawyers, become judges, become police officers, become management. You have the power to hire and fire. Become that, because believe me, there's injustice in the workplace, there's injustice in the hospitals, and I can tell you that I saw a lot. I hear a lot. Sometimes I hear people talking about African American patients, talking about these people, they should be grateful, they should be thankful. I don't understand how a patient had to be grateful to you when the patient is paying his bill. It doesn't matter how they pay that bill, Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance. But if they choose your hospitals, they should not be grateful to you because they're paying the bill. As a matter of fact, you should be grateful to them because they choose your service. They could have gone somewhere else. You should be grateful to them because they choose your service. They're paying your salary. No, we should not be grateful to you. This is a sign of disrespect. This is a sign that lack of respect. That's why I'm telling representation matter. So you want better laws, you need to get involved in the process. You want better jobs, better treatment in the job market. You want to get access in the job market. You need to be able in management, in HR, where you can have higher firepower. Get in the investment market. You got money sitting somewhere. Open a little shop, open a little company where you can hire people, put people to work. Because whoever controls the money in a society has a lot of power. That's the problem here we have in the United States. So that is why we will always have those issues in this society, because one group control all the money, and they buy all the politicians, and they become puppet. Politicians are in the businessman pockets because they buy them with $1 million check. So when you elect them to work for you, next thing you know, a company from Russia, Facebook, give them a couple $1 million, and the petroleum industry give them a couple $1 million. They're breaking all the laws of the environment. They're getting your air polluted. They get your water polluted. They're breaking all the laws. They're digging everywhere where they should not be digging. They're digging everywhere. It's because money. The Bible said the love of money is the root of all evil. The Bible does not say money is the root of all evil. Money is good. Having money is good. As a matter of fact, if you don't have money, I will urge you to get a job and get out there, get some money, earn some money the right way. Because money pay your bills. Money can get you nice trips. Money can get you a nice vehicle. Money can get you a nice car. Yes, a nice home. Get a home. Invest. Buy a home. It's better to buy than rent because you're paying that mortgage over the years. That's an investment, and you can, if you die, you can leave that for your kids. Your kids does not have to start from scratch, so they can sell that home and make a profit, and they have a couple $100,000 sitting somewhere. But when you're paying the rent to somebody, you're just making somebody else richer. And then when you die, there's nothing left for you except your old ass furniture that you probably just gonna throw in the trash. Investment. Keep your credit good. Credit is a must in this society. When I was younger, nobody talked about those things. I did not know. I remember the first time I got a credit card, I was spending like a fool. I thought it was like free money. I just swap. And next thing you know, I was in college. I was in a lot of debt, man. But and then got married again, got kids. Things were looking good for me because I did not have a good wife, because she did not support me in anything I was doing. And that's what I'm gonna say. I did not have a good wife. But credit is a must. Credit is good. Keep your credit right. Get that score. Get that score high. When you walk to a dealership, when you walk to a bank, you say, I want a loan. You just got to sign, and then, sir, yes, sir, you are approved. But I remember during the years after I messed up my credit, sometimes I have things that I wanted to do. I had to wait a long time to do things because everywhere I go, it was like I was a criminal. It was like I was a bank robber. Sign the application, sit down and fill things. Oh, sir, you're not qualified. Go there, sir, you're not qualified. Go there, sir, you're not qualified. But I had the chance while I was in college to work for this little non-profit organization where I was going around the city. Teaching money management to people that were in the shelter, the homeless. So I was teaching them how to manage money, how to get the credit right, and I was learning from that lady that hired me, and that's how I know everything about credit, about get your stuff right, get your credit right, get your scores right, and have a bank account. You don't have to have millions in the bank because you need that debit card that so you can have access to the banking system, to the credit system. Get your name out there. And I'm gonna tell you again, there's a difference when you're buying a car. What is the difference between buying and leasing? To me, it's better to buy than leasing, because leasing, you lease a car for 5 years. Okay? The payment might be a little lower because you're leasing. You're paying $350 a month for that lease for 6 years. After 6 years, you got to return that car to the dealership. And after 6 years, you return that car. You still need another car, right? So you get another car for 6 years. But if you buy that car and you pay it for 6 years, after 6 years, that car is paid off. And a car that's 6 years old, it's a brand new car. That car can still give you another 6 or 7 more years. Okay, remember that car is paid off, so you don't owe nothing on that car for 6 or 7 years. So that $350 that you were paying for 6 years, you can still keep paying that $650 to yourself. Put it somewhere every month. Be faithful to yourself. Keep paying that $350 every month, and after 6 years, you have a lot of money sitting somewhere that you did not even realize. and then after that 6 year, debt free from car payment, if you say you want to buy another new car, guess what? You still have you have like 20 to $25,000 sitting somewhere in that saving that you can just walk into that dealership. There's $20,000 payment, and let's say that car costs 30, 35. You only owe 15, you know, and then after 3-4 years, you depending on how much you can afford to pay that month, and you pay that thing off. Remember, if you're Christians, if you're following Christ, Christ is wisdom. Christ gives us wisdom. That wisdom means also to be financially stable. And it's a sin to see that people in church, and we're the one that sometimes the most broken down. We don't have anything. We financially we jacked up. We messed up. No credits, no money. We live in a shelter, and then that's why sometimes people out there don't find Christ appealing, because they say, well, these people in church every Sunday, they are jacked up. They have nothing. So what's the point of that Christ? And you talking like the world, you acting like the world, you sinning like them, you having sex without marriage, you gay, you lesbian like them, you cursing like them, you divorcing, you married, divorcing for no reason, and your Christ become with no effects to them, because there's no difference. They're doing everything I'm doing. But let's go back to divorce. I'm not gonna say that because I'm divorced. I'm divorced is just it's something that happened that was really out of my control. That lady walked out of my life for more than a year. Guess what? You know, I'm not gonna sit there and tolerate that happening over and over. You know, I gotta do something, because this is a sign. This is very disrespectful to me. You know, you want a relationship, you want it. You keep walking away. That's when you don't want it. So you make a decision, and I approve it and I accept it. But when it comes to divorce, you gotta use your common sense. If that man is abusive, I'm not gonna tell you to sit there and lose your life. You know, that man is no good. That man is hitting you. He's lazy. He's not working. He's not providing for the house. You don't need that man, because the purpose of a man is to help you grow financially, spiritually, help you grow in every way. You know, you should not be having a man in the house, ladies. You should not be having a man in the house, and they're cutting your electricity, they're cutting your cable, they're cutting your water bill, and that man is sitting on the couch doing nothing. What's the purpose of that man? For just sex? I don't think so. You should not be having that man. You should not be having a man as a third child. That man should be getting up in the morning and go to work. Go earn some money, so pay the bills. If somebody got to stay home, it's you, lady. You know, you take care of the kids, take care of the house, or cook, clean. But it's unacceptable to have a grown-ass man, a man that able, sitting home at you working and taking care of that man, and they're cutting your cables, they're cutting your electricity. What's the purpose? Tell me. What's the purpose of having that man? Just to sleep with? That's not making sense to me. Young ladies, before you get married, make sure that boyfriend has a dream, has visions. Make sure that man have a high school diploma. Make sure that man, I'm not saying college, because college is not for everybody, but make sure that man is working. Make sure that man has some kind of trade, truck driving, welder, plumbing, things like that. Make sure that man, if that man is able to go to college, that man is pursuing a college degree, that man is holding a job, that man can provide for you and the children when we start having children. Not just somebody to sleep with, just to show your girlfriend, I have this man. Not just because he cute. Cute doesn't mean anything. That man is cute, but he's a bum. You should not fall out. You should not fall for him. You know, because cute Cute gonna fade away. Young men, pretty gonna fade away. Believe me, after 35, 40, 50 years, come and see me and tell me how do you see the cute, how do you see that pretty, because you start having those wrinkles, gray hair, you know. But a man with character, a good man, a man that love his woman, a man that want to support his children, support his woman, that man never grew old. You know, that man can be 70s, but he's still a good man. That man can be in his 80s, but still a good man. It's a man that provide. A man that's standing in the corner smoking weed, sniffing whatever they're sniffing. That should not be your man. You don't want that. You want somebody that's gonna help you grow, somebody that's gonna encourage you, somebody that can help you become stronger financially, spiritually. As couples, we need to pray together, spend time together, travel together, do everything together. Date. Never stop dating. Never stop dating. Date like it was the first time. Date like it was the first day. You know, that shorty should not be ugly to you now because you've been with her 15 years. You know, now what make you think she's not cute to you no more because after 15 years of being living with her together, marriage or not married, you should be married to her, because living together is not married per God and per the law. Living together does not guarantee you that you're married, because we're talking about eternal stuff. Eternal. Living with a lady for 30 years, you never married, that's when you're living in sin for 30 years. Should you die, okay, you miss your chance to go to heaven because you were living in fornication for 30 years. Get married. As a matter of fact, every man should have their woman, every woman should have their man. But she has to be somebody that can help you grow also. She has to show respect. She has to be able to be your backbone when something happening. You know, she can help you pick up the pieces and let's build back together. Not somebody that's gonna run around and go tell everybody how terrible you were, what you've done, how you this, how you that. This is a bad woman. You don't want that. If she want to go, please let her go. Because what she's gonna do, she's just gonna kill you, and then guess what? She's gonna go towards somebody else, and then kill that next one, and then keep on moving and kill guys with stress. So remember, in a relationship, we should not be selfish. We're a team. Whatever happened in that home should stay in that home. Your mom does not need to know. Your dad does not need to know. Your boys, your girls, they don't need to know. Keep things private between the two of you. Even the children living in the house, they don't need to know everything. Talk things out together so we can solve things together. God's mercy are new every day. Division, hate. The devil put all those things because he wants to steal your joy. He wants to steal your peace. He wants to steal your marriage. He wants to steal everything good in your life. Remember, when God created Adam and Eve, he placed them in the garden and he told them, these are all the stuff, all the foods that I have here for you to eat. You can eat everything, but you see that food right there? The day that you eat it, you're going to die. And then the devil became a snake. He's sneaking around the garden. He's a snake. He's sneaky. He's snaking in the garden and saw Eve was by herself. he went to her and told her, well, what did God tell you about that food? He told me, she replied, he told me that if I eat that food, I'm going to die. And the devil, you know what he told Eve? Well, you're not going to die. God knows that the day that you eat that food, you're going to know wrong and right. Your eyes going to be open. You're going to see that you are not clothed. You're going to see that you're naked. That's why after she ate that food, her eyes became open. And then the food was really good. And then she went to Adam and told him, well, that food is really good. Would you like to taste it? And then, Adam, I don't know, I blame him too, but he could have said no. But my question is, what was going to happen if Adam did not eat that food? Was God was going to just curse the lady, and then the man was going to be blessed, the man was going to live forever, ladies was going to die? What was going to happen? See, remember, God is a God of freedom. Anything God created, He gives you the freedom to choose. God does not restrict you to just program you to do this. He gives you the freedom to think, to know wrong and right. That's why when God created Satan, he was the angel of light. Also, God created him with the knowledge of wrong and right. And then when he saw that the heaven, he saw God's glory, he saw God's power, he saw all the wisdom, all this honor God was receiving. The devil was jealous of God. He wanted to be God. So the Bible tells us there was a war in heaven. There were war in heaven. There were war in heaven between the devil and Michael, the angel Michael. The Michael is the good angel of God. Michael is the angel that did not rebel from God. So there were war between Michael and God's angel, and between Lucifer, the devil, and his angels. There were a lot of wars. I don't know what they use up there as weapon, but I don't know if it was sword, I don't know if it was pistol, AK-47, or atomic bomb, but there were war. But God, Michael, God's angels, God and his angels, they prevailed. And then what happened? Lucifer and his angels escaped heaven, and God chased them down here. They came down here to earth. And then what happened? When God chased them, God did not take their powers away. He chased them with power. So they came down here with power. Lucifer came here with all his power, with all his mighty power. Remember, God is almighty. God is almighty, unlimited power. Lucifer came here with all his power, so including the power to deceive people, to play trick on your mind, to make people, to tempt people, to make people sin, including the power to make people sick, to kill people. But remember, he cannot do that except God allow him to do it, except that God allowed him to do it. That's, remember when you remember Job, when there was a conversation between God and Lucifer, and then Lucifer told God that Job was faithful to you because he has all those wealth, he has all those money, he has all those fortune, all those beautiful children, that's why he was faithful to you. And then God said, are you sure? So, and Lucifer wanted to have permission from God to take everything away from him. Beautiful wife. And God said, I give you permission to take everything away from him, but you cannot touch his life. So, first thing, cattle start dying. Cattle's dying. Wife left him. The children, they were in a party, and then they die in the party. So it become to a point where Job's wife, before she left, she was telling him, why don't you just curse that God and then die? And he said, oh, you know what, I will not curse my God, I will die in the faith. So Job was a man of integrity, a man that had faith in God. So she left, everything, children died, everything gone. He was wealthy in last week, in just a week, everything was gone. Could you imagine Jeff Bezos with his hundred and so billion dollars tomorrow become homeless with no money in the bank? That's what happened to Job. But he did not curse God. And guess what happened? God blessed him. God gave him that double portion, double cuddles, a much more beautiful wife, more children that were more beautiful. And God won that war. God proved Lucifer that Job was a man of integrity. He was a man that really loved God. He did not love God because he was rich, because things were going on for him. He loved God because he loved God. So remember, this life that we are living right now, some of us gonna live 80 some years old, 90s, hundreds, maybe 100, 102, 101, and then you're gonna die. All your possession, everything that you have, when you die, knowledge, relationship, your private club, everything, all those things, you're not gonna have them no more. Get yourself right with Christ. Get your relationship right with Christ, because a day like today, Jesus Christ will come back. If you're not ready, if you don't have Christ in your life, you will surely go to hell. And there's no amount of money that you can pay. There's no lawyers that can plead your cause in front of God. You can plead your way out of hell. You cannot lawyer yourself out of hell. You cannot pay enough money. You cannot have enough relationship, enough class to get yourself out of hell. Remember, the only way that you can escape hell is to accept Christ as your personal Savior. Because if you reject Christ while you're living right now, He will reject you when He comes back. And His mercy is not going to be renewed every day anymore, because this can be the end of His mercy. May God bless you. Until next time. Goodbye.